4, 3. We're good.
Hello out there in Wernerland. I'm Mrs. McFarland, and I would like to bring on some really special kids to get us started tonight for our Santa meet and greet. We have Mrs. Doucet's 4th grade class here to sing for you.
Keep the noise down if you can, please.
All right, Mrs. Doucet's class. Mr. McFarland, are we ready?
Unmute yourself.
All right, Mrs. Doucet's class. They're ready when you are, Mrs. Doucet.
3, 2, 1, Samara.
You know Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen, Comet and Cupid and Donald and Blitzen. But
Thank you so much, Mrs. Doucet's class. Say bye to everyone. All right, everyone in Wernerland. Gotta stop sharing. All right. So, Dr. B, take it away.
That was wonderful. I'm sure even though we were listening to some sounds and some echoes, we could still hear the great vocals happening. Everyone was trying. So thank you, Ms. Doucet's class, for joining us and doing an awesome performance via virtual. So with that, I'd like to welcome you to our Warner Live with Santa as our special guest, boys and girls. We are super excited that he's here. We also have Miss Klein here, as well as Miss McDonald. And we have a special performance from Miss Marshall that we're super excited. We want to give some thumbs up and some shouts out to the McFarland family as they put on another Warner Live production for us. We are super excited to have them here. Remember, boys and girls, that this is your time. to to be thankful and being very, very kind to your parents, and especially if you want Santa to give you your gifts, this would be the time to show him how good you can be. That means doing your homework and showing up to it on our Google Meets in the morning. With that, we have up next Mrs. Klein, who is going to be talking to us. She's an author, and you can buy her book on Amazon. And we are super, super excited to have Ms. Klein join us, who also was a former Warner teacher. She's on our Star Wall of Fame for being amazing. And so she's still being amazing. So we'd like to have her share some of the great things that she's been doing out there in Warner retirement world.
Hello, everybody. I am so excited to be here. I'm Mrs. Klein, and I actually do still have students that are at Warner. So I'm not 95 years old yet, but I was really happy. I saw Divine singing. So thank you, Divine, that you're a student that sings. And speaking of singing, I was asked to lead you in the Warner school song first, which I wrote. And so I guess I'm going to have to do this solo. So please sing loud so you don't hear me, okay? I'm going to try to sing the Warner song and you sing along. We're the Warner Stars and we know who we are. We are kind and smart and we will go far. We love to read and we love AR. We will succeed because we're Warner Stars. Math and science, yes. Nothing's too tough. We can do it all. We can't learn enough. We're happy and proud and you know the rest. We'll try our best to ace every test. We'll shine like stars because we are the best. We're the Warner Stars. Yeah. All right, so there it is. I also have been spending my retirement. Retirement doesn't mean that you sit around and eat bonbons all day. It does mean that you do other things that you're excited about. And I wanted to share a little bit about my book that I wrote this year. It's called The Christmas Bird, The Legend of the Cardinal. And you can also buy it in Barnes & Noble, and the publisher is Life Rich Publishing Company, and you can actually get it online there too. I had a dream that started when I was only 8 years old, that I wanted to write a book. Now, there were a few things that helped me with that writing, and the first thing is, you really have to love books. You have to love to read yourself. I found out as I was going through school that I learned how to speak and how to write and all about words just from reading books. So that was the first thing that I learned about with writing. Then the second thing that I wanted to share with you is you do need an idea. I used to love reading Nancy Drew books. So the very first story I ever wrote was a mystery. And I think I was only about 10, and it was really fun. And I found out that, hey, I'm pretty good at this. And one thing that was really nice for me was I had a lot of teachers that encouraged me and told me that I was good at writing. But you know, you don't necessarily need to have other people say you're good at something. If you feel like this is something that you want to do, then don't let anything stop you. Go for it. So my idea didn't end up happening for me until I was actually just maybe 10 years ago. I had a friend who really loved cardinals, and a cardinal is a red bird. The male is red, the female is brown. And that gave me an idea. How did a cardinal become red? There's all kinds of books. I used to read them to you students. One was called The Rainbow Crow. I hope you remember that one. That was about a crow that how the rainbow crow became black and had shiny wings. There's also, I don't know, you've probably heard the book, Why Mosquitoes Buzz in Your Ears. That's an African folktale. And there's lots of different fables about why certain things become what they are. At Christmas time, I used to read a story by Tommy DePaula called The Legend of the Poinsettia, about how poinsettias came to be. And I started thinking, well, that's a Christmas story. I can do a Christmas story about how a cardinal came to be. So that was my initial idea. The next thing I had to do was write a rough draft. So you have your purpose, you have your idea. That's kind of your pre-writing, and then you start writing. And I made a rough draft, and it took me 10 years. I had it on my computer. First, I wrote it out by hand. I had it on my computer, and I would tweak it every once in a while, which is what you do when you're revising and you're editing. And then finally, it came to, well, I'd like to see if I can get this published. So I did call and get some information from a publishing company. And the very next day they called me and they said they would like to publish my book. So for the next 9 months, this is last year it started, I had to write, and then I'd give them my copies and they would look at it online and they would do some editing and some correcting for me and send it back. The hardest part was finding an illustrator because I am not an artist. The illustrator had to imagine my dream, which was really fun because every page in this book came straight out of my head. I would have to fill out this form in as much detail as they could get, every single thing that I pictured on the page. So not only did you have to imagine, you had to write your story, you had to imagine what was happening to the characters. So for example, I'll just show you one of my pictures. This was a picture of the poor little bird when his brothers flew away and left him alone in a church bell tower. And I told them one of the brothers was strong and he wanted to go up to the mountains. The other bird thought he was beautiful, so he was going to go down to the fields and live among all the beautiful flowers and things. And this poor little bird watched them fly away. And I said, I don't know how you can do it, but if you can possibly make a bird look sad, that would be a good thing. They just did a phenomenal job on the illustrations. It was so fun to see it all come together at the end. And then after the illustrations, they did the cover, and I even had to write about myself, who I was. It was just a very strange thing to talk about Cynthia Klein, a teacher, a former teacher, blah, 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 blah. That was kind of strange to talk about myself like that.
That's
But
amazing.
that ended up being the last thing. And then finally they were talking about how they were going to put it out in the public and get it out. And of course, we know what happened. Now we're all stuck inside and I can't go around and do things. However, I have been blessed because I have lots of friends on Facebook and lots of friends at Werner who have bought the book. And I am just about ready to be done and hand it over to the next person. But I thank you for letting me share a little bit about my book. Merry Christmas,
Mrs. Klein,
everybody.
Merry
Yay!
Christmas. Mrs. Klein, that was amazing. You know, I have a favor to ask. Would you be willing to maybe on a separate live or do a video reading to Werner, reading your book?
Of course, I would love that.
And, you know, maybe any of our students who are interested in becoming writers and illustrators themselves, maybe they can talk to you and ask you questions and find out about the process.
Yes, I would love to do that. And, you know, believe it or not, a lot of the process is exactly what you're learning in school.
Wow, imagine that, guys.
Funny deal.
I
You know what
love
we're talking
it.
about.
Thank you, Mrs. Klein. We appreciate you. Once a star, always a star. Look at you shining bright, even though you're retired, kind of. We still know that you're working. Also, if you guys are watching, I know there's 65 of you watching at this time. Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel and to like our page. If you like what Miss Klein just said and all the wonderful things we're going to have here tonight, remember to like us. That's all, Miss McParland, all I have. Thank you again, Miss Klein.
Thank you.
All right. Well, next up, we have the star of the show, the guy you've been waiting for. Give a big ho, ho, ho over to the Santa man himself. Take it away, Santa.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho. Hi, boys and girls. Sorry I can't see you in person this year, but wanted to make sure to check in with one of my favorite schools. Go Werner Stars. I feel like a star myself. I know it has been a rough year and want to know how proud I am of you. Virtual learning is tough, and you guys are doing incredible, shining so bright. I am going to take some questions, but want to add, keep being safe. Take care of yourselves and your families. Keep working hard, and I can't wait to see you next year. Thank you guys for having me. I wanted to make sure all of you know that you can write letters to me still and go to the office at Werner Elementary. Please. I have a couple of people that have put down what they want for Christmas, and they all have so many different ideas. It's mind-blowing how many ideas there are out there. Thank you so much for writing those letters. I have a letter from Levi. Levi wants to know, why do I give gifts to children to open? I want to see those smiles. The smiles on everybody's faces is the joy. And the parents have so much joy as they see their kids opening the gifts. And it's a wonderful thing. Thank you so much, Levi. A lot of the gifts that you guys have written in, a lot of Barbie items. So much Barbie, Barbie, Barbie. I love Barbies. All my elves love making Barbies. You guys are so awesome. Barbies are the thing this year. A lot of candy. Even someone said Lay's potato chips. It's awesome. Anything that you guys want, please put it in a letter. I would love to see it. Thank you so much. I have another letter. It's Rudolph's favorite food. Rudolph loves some Whoppers. Whoppers candy is his favorite. I give that to him every day. Another question. How many elves in the North Pole? There are so many elves in the North Pole, and there are elves everywhere across the country. Please, please. That's a lot of numbers for me. Maybe we'll have a math teacher decide that. But right now, there are so many elves out there. I have another question. Do you know Twinkle? I love Twinkle. Yes, Twinkle is one of my favorites. Thank you so much for the questions, guys. Keep them coming. We have so many questions coming in. We have another one. How cold is it in the North Pole? It is negative 80 degrees here. Look how much snow is outside. So cold. Thank you. Keep the questions coming. I hope you all have a great time. Hey, please, please, please be good to your teachers. Be good to your parents. It's what we need. Oh, another question is Elf on the Shelf. Please don't touch them. They do come back to the North Pole every day. They report. If they don't come back, that means there was a blizzard and they had to stay in the same spot. But please, please don't touch them. Okay, boys and girls? Another question is, what cookie do I like? What's my favorite? Snickerdoodle, Love them. Chocolate chips, the old time favorite. I've been eating chocolate chip for 900 years. I love chocolate chip. I have another question. Hot cocoa or cold milk? At the North Pole, definitely hot cocoa. At your houses, I love cold milk. It keeps me going all the time. Please, please, please write those letters, okay? The office has a mailbox you can put them in. I will get those letters. Make sure you guys do that at all time, okay? Stay good for those parents. Stay good for those teachers and all your Warner Star employees, okay? Is the fireplace hot is another question. It is not hot. There is magic involved. I do come down the chimney. If you don't have a chimney, I still get in. Trust me, it's not hot. I do not get burned. We have some more questions.
Do we have
Please
more
keep
questions?
sending them in.
Wow.
Yes.
That's awesome. Here, I just wanted to show the mailbox you were talking about, Santa, just in case they needed to see it. It's in the front office. So
Love it.
if you have anything, you can bring it to the front office before Friday. Turn your letters in.
Thank you so much. Werner Stars are incredible. Keep sending those letters in. Thank you. No question? We have another question. How many letters do I get each day? So many. We're talking millions. Across the world, I get letters. Every country, every part of the world. Thank you for those questions. Another question. Candy canes, major food group. Yes, they are definitely on the top. If you're thinking about a pyramid, candy canes are definitely on top. Cookies are right under candy canes. Thank you, guys. Any more questions? Reminder, stay good, okay? Mrs.
I have a
McFarland.
question for you,
Oh,
Santa.
Thank
Can I
you.
ask you one?
Yes.
I know I didn't write a letter in, but I was wondering, I'm guessing Christmas is probably your favorite holiday. Is that
Oh,
correct?
yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
so-
Love Christmas.
Here's what I want to know. What's your next favorite holiday?
Oh, I love Thanksgiving. It's the time where I get to eat all the food and be thankful for all I have. And then I get ready for my big Christmas Eve sleigh ride. It's so awesome. Thank you for that question.
Yeah, thank you for coming and visiting us, Santa. This is pretty special. I don't
Thank
know of
you.
any other school that's getting a one-on-one visit from Santa. That's amazing. Did any of your elves have any other questions?
Yes, we have a few more.
Okay.
Does your sleigh use gas? No, it uses the magic of our kids and our parents and all who believe. Thank you so much. I have one more question. How many rooms in my house? There are so many rooms. We have 15 rooms just for toys. Then you have my bedroom, of course, and then we have 2 guest rooms. And you know, Easter Bunny every once in a while swings by, but it is cold. So we try to accommodate, but
Wow, I bet it must be.
I hope to be back next year for photos too. I know all those kids, Werner's so grateful. I'm so grateful for the Werner Stars. And, you know, we get pictures every year, hopefully next year, okay? Thank you so much, boys and girls.
We love having you, Santa. Thank you so
Merry
much for coming.
Christmas.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Santa.
Thank you. Wow, that was so lucky for us to have Santa come and visit us special. And we have another special guest. Coming up next, we have Mrs. McDonald, the famed Werner librarian, who's going to read us a special Christmas tale. Take it away, Mrs. McDonald.
Okay. Hi, boys and girls. I'm so glad you're joining us. Check it out. I've got my list. Look at that, Santa. I have my list ready. Woohoo! Guess what I want? Books, 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 and more books. Yes. Do you have a list? I'll bet you do. I used to love making a list. It's so much fun. And I have a story about a little boy. Look at that. The longest Christmas list ever. Oh my. The author is Greg and Evan Spiradelis. They're brothers, and they really came up with a really good story. So check this out. Oh, I hope you can see good. On Christmas morning, not so long ago, in a house on a hill, all covered in snow, asleep in his bed was a little boy, Trevor, who dreamed it would be the best Christmas ever. Ooh, look at all the lights on the house. Oh, I bet you got lights on your house. His parents were snoring at 5:45 when Trevor crashed into their bed with a dive. Wake up, wake up! You gotta come see all the presents stacked under the tree. Do you do that to your parents? You just go barging in and say, come on, it's Christmas, get up. He ran out of the bedroom and bounced down the stairs. There wasn't a doubt that St. Nick had been there. A scooter, a game box, 2 trucks that collide. He tore open gifts and tossed them aside. Oh boy, look at all that stuff he got. Oh, so much fun opening presents. Then it suddenly hit him, the one thing he'd missed. A fluffy brown puppy was not on my list. Trevor knew what to do, and he didn't postpone it. I'll start next year's Christmas list this very moment. He snatched up a notepad, a pen, and a seat, and he started his list at the top of this sheet. Look at that. Look what's number 1, puppy. He's not going to miss that one. At first, he thought small, like lizards and trolls, but quickly his list spiraled out of control. A remote-controlled plane with a camera inside, an invisible robot that's easy to hide. I guess so, it's invisible, huh? Binocular glasses with night vision mode. A rip-roaring go-kart to tear down the road. Suction cup shoes to walk on the ceiling. A nuclear jetpack. Now that sounds appealing. Oh, wow, a nuclear jetpack. Holy smokes, he's flying around. Trevor kept writing day in and day out. His pads filled up boxes, now scattered about. Oh my goodness, look how long his list is. He has to fill up all these boxes with his list. They spilled out of his room and into the hall, then snaked down the stairway and climbed up the wall. Oh, good grief. By spring, Trevor's list stretched 500 feet. By summer, it made its way onto Main Street. Oh my goodness, that's quite a list. By fall, it was 2 blocks beyond the bookstore. By winter, it reached the post office door. Oh my. Trevor stepped up to the counter inside. I must mail my list, he said with great pride. But the mailman let out a hoot and a holler. To send this whole list would cost $6 trillion. Ooh, that's a lot of money. Trevor then emptied his little coin box, a nickel, 2 dimes, and 3 dirty rocks. One bit of advice, if you've got just a quarter, go back to your list and make it much shorter. So that's his advice. Got to make a shorter list. That way it doesn't cost so much to mail it. Trevor was stricken with panic and fear. There wasn't much time. Santa's deadline was near. He worked all day and night without breaks to eat to try and squeeze everything onto one sheet. But time was short and his letter tremendous. He missed Santa's deadline and he felt horrendous. Uh-oh, post office is closed. Yikes. That Christmas Eve, Trevor lay in bed, joyless. He knew in the morning that he would be toyless. What was I thinking? Where was my head? I asked for too much. I'll get nothing instead. In the morning, he trudged down the stairs without glee, certain there'd be nothing under the tree. But Mom and Dad must have sent Santa a letter, 'cause a puppy appeared and pounced little Trevor. Oh, look at that. Woohoo. They rolled on the floor, took turns giving chase. Trevor squealed in delight at the licks on his face. His prior mistake was now perfectly clear. It takes love, not toys, to bring Christmas cheer. Aw, look at that. It sure does take love. Aw, wasn't that fun? I wonder how long your list is. Oh my goodness, be careful. It might cost trillions of dollars to send it to Santa. Yikes!
You know what? I love that story, Mrs. McDonald.
It was kind of fun, huh?
It was. And you know what I noticed? We're focusing a lot on the writing process tonight, because he had to go back and revise and edit his list. We talked to Mrs. Klein. I see a common theme going on.
Ah, wow. I'll tell you what. We really know how to do it right, don't we?
We do. I mean, what can we say? Thank you so much, Mrs. McDonald, for coming by. Your stories are always magical. Love listening to you.
Fun. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Well, everyone out there in Warnerland, we are quickly coming to the end of our program. Our last act is a one-of-a-kind act indeed. She shines bright like a star in our sky. Before we move on to this last act, I just want to remind you, we are building this great Warner community. Subscribe to our Warner YouTube channel. We want to see you there. Our school is something to be proud of. Let's all be part of the Warner community. Hit like, hit subscribe. Let's see you there. So our last act is the one and only Mrs. Marshall, and she's going to send us off with a Christmas carol. Please sing along. This is a song that I'm pretty sure you all know. So take it away, Mrs. Marshall.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Sing with me, guys. Ba-da-da-ba, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-bum-bum, ba-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum, bum-bum. Ba-da-ba-bum-bum, ba-da-ba-bum-ba, ba-ba-ba-bum-bum-ba-da-bum-bum, bum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. Good job. Say you better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. He's making a list and checking it twice. He's gotta find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Happy holidays, Werner Stars. Be safe.
Oh my gosh, she's amazing. And I know we can't hear you out there, but I hope you are just whooping it up for her. She did amazing. That's our one and only Mrs. Marshall. So with that, I wish the rest, everyone out there, the rest of this week to be a wonderful week before we go on break. I love being part of this community. We at Warner, we are a village. We are there together. There's no place I would rather be. Dr. B, did you have anything else you wanted to say before we leave for the evening? Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, thank you so much, Miss McParland, Joe, and Tommy. We appreciate you. Thank you, Miss McDonald, Miss Marshall, Miss Klein, and thank you, Santa, for visiting Warner.
Merry Christmas.
Again. Yes, nothing can keep Santa away from Warner. So we are super, super excited that he drove his sled over here to check us out in the year 2020. What a way to end our year, Santa. We really, really appreciate you.
Thank you.
All your helpers for coming out. I mean, for helping you to get out and come see us here at Warner. We'd love for you guys to like and subscribe our YouTube channel, just like Miss, is there anything else you want to say, Miss Santa, for the record? Is he done?
Yep. Merry Christmas. Thank you all.
Merry Christmas.
Santa.
And be good.
Bye, Santa.
I've been good. I want bugs.
Thank you guys so much. Like and subscribe our YouTube channel as stated. Show up on Wednesday. Wednesday, Miss McParland, what's happening on Wednesday?
Oh, we have some exciting stuff on Wednesday. So Wednesday is our second YouTube live event for our stars of the month. So we're going to be taking our stars from November and December, and they are going to get their 15 minutes of fame to shine, and we can get to know some of these stars a little better. What makes them tick? What do they like? And how they think they can make an effect on our world. So please.
I love it.
Yes.
Wait to see the stars on Wednesday. You have a star behind you. Is Tommy want to say hi to the camera?
Tommy,
Hi.
do you want to say hi? Say hi, everyone. Hi, everyone.
Hi, Tommy.
He's Mrs. Garcia's star. He's in first grade.
Oh, awesome. Well, thank you. I will see you then on Wednesday as we tune in to see our Warner stars. Thank you guys so much. And Miss Dominguez says hi, everyone.
Hi, Miss Dominguez. Bye, Santa. Bye, Mrs. McDonald. Bye, Mrs. Klein. Bye, Mrs. Marshall. Thanks, Mrs. Doucet. And Mrs. Doucet's class.
Yes. Today's class. Good job, you guys.
Merry
Bye,
Christmas.
everyone.
Okay, just turn it off. We just wait.